Well, I'm live again. I don't know what happened there. I don't know why it went down. That's so frustrating. If you don't know what's happening right now, I had previously started a live stream. Something glitched out, and now I'm back. I'm going to take a second just to try to get people in here, and then we'll keep going. The game to this point so far has been about trying to pick a new name for me online. Something professional. Something a true pro would use. Can really use people's advice, suggestions. So far, the reigning champ is Myth Traveler, for the record. Myth Traveler. I'm not married to it. I'm willing to outdo it. Let's see how you all feel about that. Now it seems like the big problem is Myth Traveler appears to not be available on Instagram, but we'll see. Live again. Streaming is imperfect. Whatever. So let's see. I don't know if we'll get everybody in here again. That's a shame because it was fun. I feel like we had a bunch of people that were here having a good time. If you know somebody that was in here before or whatever, just share. Get people in here. Let's have fun. So yeah, where I left off, I got Myth Traveler on Twitter. I secured that. The problem was Myth Traveler on Instagram. I repeat, I could not become Myth Traveler on Instagram. Guillermo talks to you too. Electric Boogaloo. I am the Electric Boogaloo. Boogly. Whatever, that's the phrase now. Electric Boogaloo. Myth Traveler at talkbomb.com. Full name Will Rogers. Username Myth Traveler. Sign up. Username isn't available. I mean, this is the definition of insanity, trying the same thing multiple times, expecting different results. But, whatever, I'm willing to be repetitive and foolhardy. I'm going to try again just in case it was being weird. Otherwise, I'm going to have to assume that somebody watching scooped it up. How could you? What about on Instagram if you do the Myth Traveler? I gotta say, I'm call me particular, call me whatever. I don't like it when there's inconsistency in social media. Yeah, I think we gotta close the book on Myth Traveler. It doesn't exist on Instagram. That's so weird. But yeah, I like it when I can just be like, I think it's super convenient to just go like, follow at Haunted Sponge. Follow at Will Rogers 2000, and you'll end up at me. I don't care what social media thing you're on, you'll find me. The other thing is that I use Will Rogers 2000 for so many things that like I could easily do that now. Just be like you can friend Will Rogers 2000 on PlayStation, and that will work. I like it when it's just like I can just be like, this is me across the board. Go nuts. I also want to posit something else, and we'll see how you all respond to it. If you don't want to talk about my username, I don't understand why that would be the case. I don't understand why it wouldn't be super fun to instead of talking about cool myth stuff like Twin Peaks and monsters and Scream Popcorn and a Kermit the Frog puppet, instead of doing anything Guide to the Unknown, you just talk about my username. If anybody has any questions or wants to change the topic, feel free to post stuff in the chat. Whatever the hell you guys want. Could I get Myth Traveler Will? Probably could. Same sort of thing to me. The Myth Traveler on Twitter. The Myth Traveler. The Myth Traveler. How do we feel? My mom says, okay, screw Myth Traveler. Let's see what happens if I put the in. T-H-E. The Myth Traveler works well. How do you all feel about a Myth Traveler? I've got a certain thing. There was a show that I was gonna do last year. I was planning to do a podcast that I was gonna call. This isn't the name of the show, but it's basically the idea. I didn't want to call it, like the horror movie podcast, because I feel like that's sort of like a grandiose, self-aggrandizing, like I'm the only one you need. There's only one. I'm the horror movie podcast. I wanted to call it a horror movie podcast intentionally so that it's like a very subjective. It's not that I'm your one-stop shop. It's that if you like me, this is the one that I'm doing. What if I'm a myth traveler? It's weaker, but intentionally, and that in turn might make it its strength. I don't know. Let's see. Christy Spinks. Hey. You say, since you use TalkBomb for things other than G.T.T.U, why change it? TalkBomb I sort of have left alone ever since it became a production company that only produces one show. I feel like TalkBomb is not in a place where it makes sense to use. TalkBomb is essentially the same as, like, if I were... Weird example, there's a really popular company that makes horror movies called Blumhouse. And I feel like Jason Blum, who runs that company, doesn't tweet from @Blumhouse. You know, he tweets as himself. The company is its own sort of separate entity idea. I don't want to be TalkBomb. You know what I mean? Synonyms for tour guides. Tina likes the non-specific article. I think it's kind of fun, right? It's weird. A myth traveler, AMT. I doubt other people are going to use it. I feel like everybody's going to go for the. I'm the best it could ever possibly be. I'm the ba. You know? I think actually one of my things for Haunted Sponge is even the Haunted Sponge. I think on Facebook I had to do that and it irritated me. But yeah, the makes me feel too egocentric. Let's see. A myth traveler. Plus, I like that. I just happen to be loud. There are other myth travelers. There are other people that do stuff, and I'd like to collaborate with all of you and feel like we're all part of something together. I'm not the myth traveler. I'm a myth traveler, right? What do you think of that? A is strong. It's good. Really? This is seriously. Do you all? What do you think? It's kind of unusual, but it's intentionally unusual. A myth traveler. I kind of like it. I think it started somewhat as not so much a serious attempt, but it's already kind of growing on me. This is the other barrier of entry. I don't know how anything works. I'm trying to log out of Instagram now, and I don't know how. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what I'm doing. A myth traveler. And it's in the same wheelhouse as Haunted Sponge. It means something of the same thing. Like I deal in this particular arena. Michelle, you love it. Leave room for other aspiring myth travelers. Exactly. I'm just one of them. Christy, I just think using a name already in use and adding A to it could be confusing and lead people to the wrong person. I don't know that the name is already in use, though. It looks like maybe it's not available on Instagram, but I'm not clear on whether or not anybody is actively posting as Myth Traveler. You know what I mean? Let's see. Instagram.com/Myth Traveler. Because you're right. If it turns out that this is a person who's super active, then it only feels like I'm trying to manipulate my way around them. So let's see. Here, check this out. Instagram.com/Myth Traveler. Page isn't available. Maybe somebody is somehow squatting on this. I don't know how that can be the case. I don't know if I wanted to do that, if I wanted to make an account unavailable for other people, I feel like I would still have a public profile. So I don't really know how they're pulling this off, but maybe Myth Traveler existed and got banned. You know, who knows? Let's also, to that end, I'm going to search for, quote, @Myth Traveler, end quote. Let's see. Does this yield anything? Myth Traveler. This is weird. Somebody used to have the handle Myth Traveler on Twitter. There's one search result. One search result. And it's something that somebody else tweeted and tagged @Myth Traveler in on Twitter in 2013. I think I'm not stepping on anyone's toes if I become a Myth Traveler. A myth traveler. Hey, Drew, what's up? Hey, Drew, how do you feel about me not being at Haunted Sponge anymore and me being at a myth traveler? Is that hard to say? I'm at a myth traveler, right? Or do you just go, I'm a myth traveler? I'm a myth traveler on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Right? Drew, weigh in. I'm trying to change my identity, and I'd appreciate your opinion. You have a responsibility to just do the things I ask for. Oh, you love it. A myth traveler. Yeah. Really? Myth Traveler has 83 posts on Instagram, but the last was in September of 2015. How did I miss that? / great. They haven't used it in damn near 4 years. I think it's about time for a new Myth Traveler. Am I leaving myself open to somebody becoming the Myth Traveler and being my boss? I think I would contractually be obligated to do whatever they tell me. That may have been you sending a message to yourself. That's interesting. Is little brother me? Is little brother another universe version of me? That's a fascinating idea. 2013 was 6 years ago. I'm not even middle-aged and I feel old. It's a weird thing. It's such a weird thing, like going up and up and up and realizing that years are moving like faster and faster and your frame of reference is not everyone else's anymore. Christy Spink sent a screenshot to Guide to the Unknown on Facebook. Let's take a look. Let's see. Also, Kristen said she was going to try to drop in here. So far, no luck. But it ain't too late. Maybe Chrissy will make an appearance. I kind of want to get her opinion. Maybe I'll try to call her on Google Hangouts or something. Hashtag Myth Traveler. Hashtag Myth Traveler is fine. That's like about like the hashtagging something isn't creating a personal account. Anybody can hashtag stuff. So it looks like Myth Traveler is used here. I'll share. I'll share with the class. Myth Traveler is used, I guess, for people to post sort of like, I mean, quite frankly, stunning, like beautiful, almost like vacation shots or vistas. Myth Traveler. I kind of like the context of that. I also like that nobody uses this 2-word phrase, seemingly. There are only 83 posts for hashtag Myth Traveler. That's great. That makes me feel better. I like that. No one owns the domain either. Oh, God. How deep do I want to get? Tracy says, strange random question. I keep losing time with the live feed and have to skip ahead all the time. Is there a setting to keep up with the live stream? That's an interesting conundrum. I quite frankly don't know. I'm technically watching myself with all of you. I'm going to try to mimic your experience so that I can figure out how to solve it if I encounter the same problem. Myth Traveler ends up being Felix from Listening Friends of America, and he truly becomes your boss. Plot twist, Hunt a Killer is a non-fiction story, and the quote-unquote characters from it have been watching me. I like that. That's an excellent fan theory. Has anyone posted a fan theory to Hunt a Killer saying that I am a fake person or anything? You know what I mean? It's like technically I'm doing some form of publicity for them when Kristen and I do the boxes. I mean, realistically, they like it when I do it, but I'm just doing it. I'm not obligated to, as evidenced by the fact that we haven't done one in 4 months. But like, I wonder if anybody out there is like, you know, like the conspiracy theory mindset of like, Will Rogers isn't real. Look it up. Will Rogers was a comedian. That's right. Somebody who deals in mistruths, half-truths, lies, a joke. Will Rogers is nothing but a construct created by Hunt a Killer. What are they in the business of? Mysteries? Storytelling? Creating people from nothing? I've been watching. My eyes are open, and I'm sick of the lies that Will Rogers is telling us. You might even say that we've been haunted by his videos. Well, I'm sick of sponging them up. Disconnect. Answer me. Has anybody said that or done that or thought that about me? Good God. Myth Travelers has 44 posts, none since 2015. It has 311 followers. I wonder. This might be my time. This might be my opening. Dana says, speaking of Hunt a Killer, will you do more boxes? The short answer is yes, definitely. The long answer is Kristen and I love doing them, and it became obvious that like we just weren't able to keep up with the schedule reliably, and rather than randomly dropping unboxing and theory videos here and there whenever we can, the next time that we come back, and we will come back, it's going to be because we are sticking around and keeping a schedule. And yeah, so yeah, I'm flat out an employee of Hunt a Killer. You all know that, right? Like they hired me to write podcasts. My job isn't to do the unboxings, but they're interested in me doing them, so I'm trying to figure out a way with the company and with Kristen to do those more reliably, so that it's not like, oh, we did one, and now radio silence for 4 months. So the problem I'm trying to solve is inconsistency, and in order to solve it, you're gonna have to unfortunately wait even longer. I know that's not like a fun answer, but yeah. Christy Spink says, Will Rogers was a cowboy in the movies my grandpa used to watch. You aren't the real Will Rogers. Now this is where I take issue. Will Rogers 2000 was a response to the quote-unquote real Will Rogers. Where is it? The man you're referring to is right here. I hold his life in my hands, his life story. Will Rogers, Ambassador of Goodwill, Prince of Wit and Witticism by P.J. O'Brien. When I was a little kid, I wanted to get this face tattooed on me. I was about...
I thought you wanted to get it tattooed on your face.
7 or 8. Yeah, I wanted to get it tattooed on my face. Yeah. Oh, you have ballet?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that. I think I forgot a lot of stuff. All right, cool. That'll be fun. But yeah, Will Rogers 2000, the name that I started using originally online. Well, it's not my original username. My original username's even dorkier. But Will Rogers 2000 was supposed to be sort of like retro futuristic. I'm not.
What your original name was.
I will. I'll tell them my real name. My true name. Can you all guess my true name? This is like empty faces. People are saying hi, Allie.
Hi.
Allie says hi. But Will Rogers 2000 was supposed to be like retro future. Like, I'm not the Will Rogers from the 1900s. I'm Will Rogers 2000. Meanwhile, when I started using it, it was like 2006. So it was already 6 years past. It was 2000 was in the past, even when I started using it. But I think that's kind of what I enjoy about it too, is that I almost considered Will Rogers 3000, you know? Mr. 3000. What, you like that?
No, it sounds like Andre 3000.
Andre 3000. What about Will Rogers 4000? Also, I used to say that these were like my versions, that I was versioning up, and that the Will Rogers 2000 is me, a human. The Will Rogers 1000 was, you know,
A little doodly pen.
well, the Will Rogers 1000 I think was like a Tickle Me Elmo with a human mask on it, and then the Will Rogers like 5 was one of those little doodle pens that has the battery in it that makes your hand jitter around. And then periodically, you know, everything gets upgraded until you get to the Will Rogers 2000, which is top of the line. Everyone knows you can't count higher than 2000. Does that change anyone's opinion about Will Rogers 2000?
About the person, yeah.
About the username? Anyone? Anyone? Taylor says Will Rogers 3000 will be a Terminator. A terrible Terminator. You hear me coming from a mile away because I don't shut up. I stick out like a sore thumb because I'm as big as Hagrid. Is that? Pretend I didn't say that. Everyone, please pretend I didn't say that.
Live stream, honey.
A myth traveler. Let's get back to it. Will Rogers 2000, 3000, 4000, 5000, or a myth traveler? Votes. Remember, vote with your wallet. Send me your money.
Your vote will count double if you send $10 to this address.
Get some of that funny paper from your mom and dad's wallets and send it to me. Was it the credit card numbers? What did Soupy Sales do? Uncle Soupy.
You are so old.
Allie doesn't know what Soupy Sales is, but you all know. Hey, quick question to everyone in the chat. You can tell I'm getting loopier. Maybe I got to stop this soon. Does everyone here know who Lenny and Squiggy are? If you know who Lenny and Squiggy are, scream real loud. I'll hear it. I'm definitely getting loopy. Starting to lose it.
Yeah.
Lenny and Squiggy is the dividing line between me and other people. They are the two like goofball sidekick characters from Laverne and Shirley.
I'm going to dance.
Okay.
There's tacos upstairs, but they're not cooked.
Oh,
so
cool.
We can eat after.
Well, thank you. Everybody say goodbye to Allie. She's going to ballet now.
Bye.
Laverne and Shirley. That's right, Tina. And Tabitha. Yeah. Taylor doesn't know what Soupy Sales is. Soupy Sales. How many people live streaming are referencing Soupy Sales this evening? Soupy Sales was like a children's show host, and he got in trouble because he told kids who were watching to go get those funny pieces of paper from their mommies and daddies' wallets and send them to him. Theoretically, he was doing it as a joke. Children really did it. He got fired. Alternate history / Mandela effect. He may have said, send me the credit card numbers. Like, go send me the numbers that are on your mommy and daddy's little plastic cards. A myth traveler. Back to the point. Oh, everybody. Let's see. I'm making a big step. Everybody go follow at a myth traveler on Instagram. For that is my new page. I made the change live. I made the change in my live account. Oh, look at this. Look at what Twitter does. Remember when I got Myth Traveler 5 seconds ago? My account is locked. I literally did nothing with it, and they locked it. Just for the record, I produce podcasts. And in this day and age, podcasts have to have social media. And when you try to get it early, they just lock it. What are you supposed to do? I don't know what I could have done to prevent that from happening. And by the way, I get followed by a lot of spam fake accounts. So how are fake accounts tricking the system? And I, a human being, I'm failing the test. What would you all do if you found out that I was actually a very sophisticated robot, and yet I've been failing CAPTCHAs and stuff? What's going on? Is there an email I need to verify? Probably, but I'm not taking Myth Traveler anymore. I'm taking a Myth Traveler. So I'm going to make this change right now. Man, Twitter is out of their minds. They just had me solve like 18 different things to prove that I wasn't a robot. Here we go. Twitter. Twitter.com. Let's log in for the last time as Haunted Sponge. I'm just going to make these changes live, and I'm going to have to update my images and stuff, but that's fine. Settings. Haunted Sponge username? I don't think so. A-M-Y-T-H Traveler. Available. Save. Enter password to save changes. Save. All right. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hey, hopefully I get myself locked out of my real account. That would be fun. Incorrect password? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, everybody. Facebook does the same. They ask for a selfie to prove you're not a scammer. Kristen had to do that. She had to like write something on a piece of paper and send a photo of herself to Facebook. It drives me nuts. Christy Spink says, okay, just so you know, first thought when I read the new name was, who the hell is Amy? I'm fine with that. That doesn't bother me. I think that with the proper capitalization and everything, it'll end up feeling okay. Ultimate proof, Hunt a Killer killed Will Rogers and replaced him with their employee/robot. The CAPTCHA. Oh, you're right. Here, just so that you all know, I'm typing the new name in the chat right there. I feel like that does not look like the name Amy. Even if it does, it doesn't bother me. But I feel like the capitalization is telling me the way to read it properly. Yeah. Is there a chance that I just don't know my Twitter password? There is. Because I am a fool. Let's see. What happens if I log out of @HauntedSponge, and let's log or manage passwords. Whoa, Chrome does a lot of stuff. Let's find Twitter for Haunted Sponge. Search passwords HAUNTED Twitter. View. Type my Windows password to allow this? Is my Windows what is happening right now? I'm going down like an internet rabbit hole that is so weird, and I would show you all, except it involves me typing in my own passwords and stuff, so I'm not gonna do that. So I apologize for this being visually dull. Did that work? Chrome told me to type in my Windows password. Ah, yep, my password is not what I thought it was. That explains a lot. I'm so stupid. All right, let's see. Haunted Sponge. Here, let's make it official. All right, here's my account. AMYTH. I hope there's not any sensitive information on here. TRAVELER. A myth traveler. Haunted Sponge. And here we go. Save. Now let's put in the proper password. And thank you. Your settings have been saved. I am now a myth traveler. I am now. That's not a good sign when you officially change your account to something that you can't even pronounce. So stupid. Last one to do. I'm gonna try it on Facebook. Facebook is the one that like very notoriously doesn't allow you to do stuff, but if I make the case that the Haunted Sponge is who I am as an individual, as a person, and I am now a myth traveler, maybe they will approve it. It's truly all about trying to prove to Facebook that I'm up to the same stuff. They're afraid that I'll do a bait and switch, an old switcheroo. Let's see. I feel half good about this. I feel like it's an odd step to be taking on a live stream to change all of my social media, but sure. A myth traveler. Amy TH Traveler. That's fine with me. Cool. All right, here we go. Let's see if Facebook will allow this. Manage pages, page updates, page visibility, page info. Right? Yeah. Email. Here we go. Other accounts? Oh, I understand. Where's my name? Page visibility. Facebook might be overcomplicated. Just like to posit that as a theory. Edit page info. General. Name, website, email address. What are they doing? Where does this information live? Writer. Yeah, I think they know that I'm an individual, which hopefully will make it easier. Why the hell would they bury this? Wow, Facebook I might just have to figure out on my own. I don't know why they hide the ability. But quite frankly, these are some pretty big changes to have made just here. Haunted Sponge. Ah, here we go. Your page name should accurately reflect what the page is about. We review name changes to protect the identity of the businesses, brands, and organizations that Facebook pages represents. Current page name, Haunted Sponge. New page name, A Myth Traveler. 82 characters left. Should I space it out? I feel like at a myth traveler obviously has to be all one word, but my page name should my page name be Will Rogers? And my handle on Facebook be a myth traveler? What do you think of that? That's weird, right? Taylor says, Kristen will come back and everything is different. Will, what'd you do while I was gone? Yeah, I think that's fine, though. I'm not changing Guide to the Unknown, right? Like, Guide to the Unknown is still the two of us. This is just the way that I refer to myself. Do. Let's look at their do's and don'ts. Do use a name that accurately represents what the page is about. Match the name of your business, brand, and organization. Don't mislead people by representing a person, business, organization other than your own. Don't use any variation of the word Facebook or official. Yeah, I think I'm good. I think like I'm within, but like you see how it's like laid out here? Like my picture, Haunted Sponge, and at the Haunted Sponge. That's the one that drove me nuts. Actually, I'll feel better once my social media is all the same now. But like maybe it should be my picture and then Will Rogers at a myth traveler. Right? How do you all feel about this? How do you all feel about that? You all appear to feel fine. Whatever, let's try it. So what's the difference between a page name and a username? Here, let's try to change the username first. At a myth. It's gonna be such a bummer if it's taken on Facebook and available. I just changed it everywhere else too. See, this is what you get for being impulsive. This is what's at risk. Will Rogers, a myth traveler. Username isn't available. Oh no. Made a horrible mistake. I've made a grave mistake. What do I do? Well, now I know the difference between a page name and a username. My page name can theoretically be Will Rogers. Will Rogers. Is it weird to have my page name? Is it be like, I want to follow Will Rogers? I guess. Because like Guide to the Unknown on Facebook is Guide to the Unknown with at G.T.T.U pod. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? What a dark adventure. What a dark adventure we're on. Okay. Let me just do something real quick. Save. All right. Haunted Sponge has been restored. And log in. Log in. Oh, right. Right. That's funny. Sorry, I will explain in a moment. Cool. Okay. Not now. Edit profile. Submit. Profile saved. All right, Haunted Sponge is back. I'm at Haunted Sponge everywhere again. This is such an emotional roller coaster. You're right. I just undid everything. A myth traveler is not being used in any way by me right now. I'm still at Haunted Sponge. It also occurred to me, by making that change live, technically at Haunted Sponge was available for anyone to take. It would have been awesome if I changed my accounts for 5 seconds and someone swooped in and took them. This is the thrill ride of the online game. KB says I look so sad. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I feel stymied. Stymied. A myth traveler. All right, let's try something real quick. Let's try something real quick. Internet adrenaline rush for risking your name. It's true. Forget the page name. All right, yeah. Facebook username. Let's try. Oh my God. Oh my God. Something is available. Something is available, and I'm going to need all of your support. Hold on. All right. I'm gonna tee it up real quick. We'll see if you all feel okay about this. Let's see. Oh my God. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. I explained to all of you my logic. A myth traveler. I might just be one of many. I'm not a leader. I'm not a follower. I'm just a guy standing in front of a phone asking you all to understand my logic. So here's the thing. A myth traveler. I don't like the idea of the fragmented naming. It kind of irks me. Well, I'll just show you. This is Twitter. Available. Here's Instagram. Possibly available. Actually, I don't know if it... This one might still be a crapshoot. I'm not entirely convinced that this is showing me live information. Maybe I should confirm this one, but the coup de grace. Coup de grace. This is Facebook. Available. The Myth Traveler. It's the opposite of what I said. It's the opposite of how I felt. It's me becoming Big Brother. It's me becoming big government and being the boss of all the other myth travelers. Because I would be the myth traveler. At the myth traveler. It's easier to say. And I'm the one. I'm the world's first. I'm not the only one. I'm just the first to, well, quite frankly, I'd be the first to get the name. That's my big accomplishment, is that I got the name before anyone else. It's me? Really? Do I have all of your support in this? I don't want to jeopardize my reputation. I promise I'll be a benevolent leader. It doesn't look like Amy, that's true. You all feel okay with it? Yes. Drew says yes. Let's see. And one more. Is it going to happen? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm all set. The Myth Traveler. All right. I will ask you one last time. Now that it is done. It's done on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. If I tell this to people in the entertainment industry, that which I'm slowly but surely trying to be somebody that is a member of. If I tell people I'm the Myth Traveler, do they laugh at me, think I'm lame, or do they go like, "Oh, cool"? Is it not an issue? The Myth Traveler. I'm sorry. I might be experiencing a little bit of buyer's remorse. Now that I'm the Myth Traveler everywhere. Is it weird or is it cool? It's cool? Drew says cool. Tabitha says do it. Everyone seems to be... All right. Truly think of this. You walk up to me at a party, and I say, well, first of all, I shouldn't say this right away, but I will. Life of Brian says lame. Arletta says it's better than Haunted Sponge. No offense. No offense taken. I think Haunted Sponge worked for me to a certain point, but it was time to bail on it. That's the entire point of the conversation, so that's fine. I'm not offended. Life of Brian says it's lame. Life of Brian... I'm very worried that Life of Brian is right. Does a fedora go with it? Oh no, what have I become? What have I become? That's so funny. Does a fedora come with it? I think 3 are in the mail, quite frankly, because of Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I should have 3 brand new fedoras on my doorstep. 2-day shipping. I'm a Prime member. The Myth Traveler. Yeah, I'm the Myth Traveler on Facebook. Yeah. No, it was good to meet you. Yeah, of course. Yeah. No, I wrote a show called Blackwood. I host a podcast called Guide to the Unknown with my sister Kristen. Yeah, cool. Yeah, good talking to you. Yeah, if you want to follow me online or anything, if you want to like talk, I'm at the Myth Traveler. Cool. Yeah, take it easy. That would be the present. I'm not. To be fair, is I am now feeling how it can be lame. I'm not walking up to people ever and going like, nice to meet me. My name? I'm a traveler of many dark realms. I deal in mystery, intrigue, make-believe, legends, monsters. You may know me by my true name. I'm the Myth Traveler. I'm not doing that. Maybe I should. You tell me. Oh my God. There's a little bit of lag from what I'm saying to what happens on YouTube. I just look down and my full face is filling the frame. I have to apologize, everybody. Drew says, if we're at a Hollywood networking party and you tell me that, I totally accept it. Arletta says, that sounded great, though. Life of Brian now says, nah, to be honest, it goes, it's smooth. KB likes it. Taylor says, and Will wins an Oscar. What could be better? What could be finer? Who am I? Lean in. Closer. Closer. A little closer. A little closer. I'm the Myth Traveler. And then everybody kicks me out of the party and they say, you can't write stories anymore, even on your own. Even on your own, you're not permitted to write stories or come up with stuff anymore, Myth Traveler. Be gone. Okay, great. Listen, mission accomplished. I think that it's not going to get any better than this. Follow at The Myth Traveler on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram if you don't already. That is now who I am. It's official. I have changed. I have changed all of it. Cool. Don't do the thing with the glasses. That's my signature move. You think that's cool? All right, everybody. I think I'm going to bounce. I think I'm going to bail. I don't know what else there is to accomplish here. This was a completely wild ride. I am, quite frankly, shocked that as many of you stuck it out with me to the end on this. Do you realize that for the last just about hour, we've been sitting around talking about usernames. We've been talking about rebranding my username. It's crazy. No more sponges. I have some traveling to do. Oh my God. At the end of every episode of Guide to the Unknown, I say we must travel. Wow. Whoa. Granted, now that I say that, that's the reason little brother said it to me. So maybe I shouldn't be surprised. I think I just forgot how we got here. It's crazy. Taylor says, see, you can pull off that smooth speech with Myth Traveler. If you were still Haunted Sponge, that's when you would be no longer allowed to write stories. You're probably right. Because I swear to God, if I was at a party, I was like, yeah, I'm at Haunted Sponge. My heart's not in it anymore. I can't say the name with conviction. You're all Myth Travelers. We are all myth travelers. Tabitha says Facebook still says Haunted Sponge. Yeah, there's a difference between username and your like posted name. Your posted name is the one that Facebook is squirrely about. So let's see here. This, for example, and I swear, I promise I will end this in a moment. I am still Haunted Sponge if you like click on my name. But my username is @MythHunter here. Yeah, so Haunted Sponge I got to change. That's the one that Facebook might ding me for. Might not let me get away with. Because that's basically saying like, yeah, it was Haunted Sponge. Now it's Will Rogers. You know? What would you think about me making that Will Rogers 2000? Just because my name is not unique. Other people have my name. You still need to know what Will Rogers is posting on your stuff. You know what I mean? Life of Brian says, I heard there's a myth you can order chips and fish in the UK, but people seem to disappear after that. Oh, no. Oh, that's terrifying. I don't know what that means. But it would be scary. We must travel. Thanks, Ozzy Sanchez. Everybody. Sure. We are Legion. We must travel to the unknown. Hell yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. This was super fun and weird. I did not expect to go this long. Quite frankly, from my perspective, I feel like this went by really, really fast, which is very strange to me. But it was a good time. Kristen and I, we do have a brand new episode of Guide to the Unknown coming out on Friday. We pre-recorded an episode before she left for her vacation. So on, what's today, Wednesday? So in 2 days, you're going to have a brand new episode coming out on all your major podcast apps. It's going to be the video version as usual here on youtube.com/talkbomb. And I talked about, haunted paintings. It was pretty fun, just to give you a little tease. Look up The Hands Resist Him, and you'll start to get an idea of the kinds of stuff I talked about. And let's just say that me even doing this stream right now, my soul might be leaving my body because of the photography. But that's this Friday, Guide to the Unknown. And in 1 week's time, we will be back to recording an episode of Guide to the Unknown live here on YouTube, so come hang out with us for that. We'll be getting back in the groove. And yeah, I think that's going to do it for me right now. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. Thank you all for your input. I really, as much as I've been like joking around about this stuff, I genuinely appreciate it. And it's shocking to me that there are people that are like willing to like have fun and get weird and help me knock around some ideas. So thank you all so much. I hope you all have a great rest of your evening. I will talk to you soon. And until next time, I must travel. Why? Because that's what I do. For you to see. Come closer. Come on. Come a little closer. A little closer now. Come on. I'm the myth traveler.